Hello every crafter. As I said in my video last week, what we are making is Terry's chocolate orange covers. For this you will need your green yarn, which you can see trailing along here. That will be for the holly leaves. Your red yarn, that will be for your berries. Your brown yarn, that will be for the Yorkshire pudding. And your white yarn, that will be for the icing. Now in this instance I have used glitter. It doesn't have to be glitter yarn, it can just be white. But as I'm making this out of scraps, we shall continue making this out of scraps. You will also need a Terry's chocolate orange to put in the bottom of it. And no, I don't mean one to sit there for you to eat while you are crafting this. Although for that reason you might want to. One for the hat as your gift, and one to eat. Take it out of the box, it'll be easier to pop in the craft. First thing you are going to do is cast on 43 stitches. Now, I'm already ahead of you. Sorry about that. Again, a little bit rushed. Cast on 43 stitches, and you are going to knit one, purl one. In actual fact, I lied. It's not a straight knit one, purl one. To make a neater edging and to make it easier for sewing up, you are going to slip one, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one. Once you get to the end, you're going to turn and you are going to do purl one, knit one. You are going to do this for 12 rows. So let's just get to the end of this row because this will be the end of my Yorkshire pudding. Yorkshire pudding? Why do I keep saying Yorkshire pudding? I've been doing that all day. No word of a lie. Everyone will tell you that I've been making Yorkshire puddings, not Christmas puddings. But yeah, you will do this till the end of your Christmas pudding base. You will want 12 lines, just like the 12 nights of Christmas. On the first night of Christmas, my true love gave to me some brown wool to make a Christmas pudding. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 knitting needles and some brown wool for my Christmas pudding. But yeah, 34 stitches with a slip one, knit one, purl one all the way across. Slip that first stitch. Don't worry about slipping the last stitch, just slip the first stitch. It makes one heck of a difference on the edging. It's easier to tie up. It just looks tidier. Once you have done your 12 rows, knit one, purl one, which is your basic rib. You do this for any hat, jumper, anything that you don't want to curl up. It's a neat edge. Let's just get to the end of this row. La di 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 di. And then knit or purl the last stitch. Just remember, when you are starting each stitch, you are slipping the first one and then carry on with the pattern. Like I said, it makes it a lot tidier, easier to stitch up. Once you've got to the end of your 12 rows, you're going to just snip it and put the brown yarn to the side. We do not need that till we sew up later. If you left a long tail, you will not need it at all, but you only need a little bit. In all fairness, I sew up with the white. Next yarn, you want white. To make this easier on myself, I do a slip knot, which you just wrap it round as if you were going to cast on, do your slip knot, put it over your needle. It's not going to come undone. The only loose yarn you have to worry about then is the brown. And you are just going to knit across. You are going to knit for 6 rows. Straighten up, just knit. No slipping that first stitch. Just knitting. Pretend like it's your grandmother or your mother teaching you how to knit again for the first time. The first thing they've taught you is the knit stitch. And it didn't look that good. It had no purpose on its own. Pearl has no purpose on its own, but together they make that nice stockinette stitch. But we are just going to knit straight for 6 rows. And that way we've got this nice little ridge here. So I'm just going to get to this end row with you. Then I am going to pause the recording, as I'm sure you don't need me to teach you how to knit 6 rows. It's straight up. It's basic. It's easy. And you're just going back and forward in a normal knit. On the first Noel, the angels did sing, glory to our new King. Noel, 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 glory to the King of Israel. Knitting all the way across. That's 1 row done. 5 more rows. You're just going to knit back and forth. Right, see you in 6 rows, guys. Okay, after knitting for 6 rows, it should look like this. In actual fact, you want to do 7 rows. But that's because we're doing stockinette and we want this to be the right side. This is the right side. That's the wrong side. So I want to knit 1 more row so they're on the wrong side, if that makes any logic. So we're just going to knit across. I'll make this very, very quick. It is getting rather late here. Unfortunately, I'm finding it hard to craft and record during the day owing to the amount of noises around. School kids coming out. I don't exactly have a soundproof studio here. School kids coming out, building work going on, etc, etc. So we're just going to quickly make it to the other end through knitting. Once you got to the other end of the knit rows and you are on the wrong side, we are going to purl. Just be happy I've stopped singing Noel. Oh. But now I kind of want to sing it again now that I said that. Now, you don't have to just do these for Christmas. You can do them in different colours at all times of the year. You can make it look like an Easter egg for Easter. Yada, 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 etc, etc. There is so much you can do with this pattern. It is, again, versatile. So now we are coming back on the purl side after our knits. 1, 2, 3, yep. We're just going to, as we did on the rib, we are going to slip the first stitch and then purl the rest. So let's quickly do that. You'll notice I'm slower at purl than I am at knitting at this point. I think that goes for everything. You either do something, yeah, you do one way fast and the other way slow. Maybe that's just me. Is that just me? Could just be me. So this will be classed as the wrong side. And you're just going to do stockinette stitch for 6 rows, as opposed to the garter stitch on the previous 6. So far you have done ribbing, garter, and now we're doing stockinette. We're using all the stitches in this piece, apparently. But you will see that it is worth it. Who am I kidding? Everything we make is worth it. To go back in knit, we are going to slip that first stitch again. This will be row 2 of stockinette. Slip that first stitch and knit the rest. And I will see you after 6 rows. Okay, Fabric Crafter, after we have done our 6 rows in knit, we are going to start a decrease. I recommend by knitting 5, slip 1, just because it's needed to tidy up with, knit 1, 2, 3, 4, so you've got 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, knit 2 together for a decrease, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, knit 2 together for a decrease, knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, knit 2 together for a decrease, knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, knit 2 together for a decrease, knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, knit 2 together for decrease, knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, knit 2 together for decrease, knit 1. Then, as on the previous Yorkshire puddings for knitting, you're going to slip 1 over and just purl back the entirety of it. So let's just quickly purl back and get that over and done with so we can work on the next decrease. The purpose for decreasing is that we are doing, sorry, Bunny Rabbit found cardboard. The purpose for decreasing is so that we create the crown for the Terry's Chocolate Orange. It looks more of a point rather than a dome. Otherwise, yes, I'd say fine at this point. Pull your needle through all the stitches and decrease it all together, which will be a little bit tight. The hat won't go all the way to the table. The person will see what it is before they unwrap it. Sorry, my needles caught extra stitches. I am now knitting in the cold. Knitting is a great way to keep your hands warm in winter, guys. Remember that. So we're just going to purl all the way across. For future purl rows, I will be pausing the video and just telling you that I'm doing a purl row. On this next row, slip 1, knit 4, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, we're knitting 3, not 4. So you got 4 needles, 4 stitches on here because you've slipped 1, knitted 1, 2, 3, which makes 4. Knit 2 together. Knit 1, 2, 3, 4. Knit 2 together. Knit 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry guys, that really is my pet bunny rabbit. Knit 2 together. Knit 1, 2, 3, 4. Knit 2 together. You're doing this all the way to the end, just like the previous row. Knit 1, 2, good girl, 3, 4. Knit 2 together. Knit 1, 2, 3, 4. Knit 2 together. Come on, there we go. And knit 1. Turn, slip 1, and purl back all the way. Once you have purled back all the way and purled that last stitch, turn again, slip 1, knit 1, 2, knit 2 together. That slip 1 counted as a knit, so knit 1, 2, 3, knit 2 together, 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 knit the last one, turn, slip 1, purl across. Pausing again for the purl across, see you at the end of the row. But at this point, I'm pretty sure you are seeing the pattern in the decrease. So you'll probably stop watching the video here and then pick it up when it comes back to the trimmings. But if you watch the previous 2 videos, you won't even know how to do the trimmings. I have told you how to do these trimmings 3 times now in 2 different methods. I'll go through the full method on this one though, just in case, because I'm well aware that I am working with knitters rather than crocheters. I don't know, you might be dual learnt like me. You might be able to know how to knit and crochet. If you're like me, fair play. Let me know in the comments that I'm not the only one. Oh look, I didn't need to pause the video at the time. Slip 1. Yeah, come back here. Slip 1, knit 1, knit 2 together. Sorry, I just realised I keep going off camera. Knit 1, 2, knit 2 together. Knit 1, 2, knit 2 together. Knit 1, 2, knit 2 together, knit 1, 2, knit 2 together, knit 1, two, knit two together, knit the last one. Guess what we're going to do now? We're going to purl back. So slip the first stitch and purl across all the stitches. You got it. On this decrease, it's still going to be a slip one, knit two together, knit one, knit two together, knit one, knit two together, one, knit two together, one, knit two together, one, knit two together, and one. Then purl back. The next decrease will be even easier than that. Not even kidding. The next decrease is the last decrease. You're probably like, thank you, my hands are hurting now. So let's just purl across the back of that. Slipped one at the start, purled across the back. On this decrease, we have run out of stitches to slip. So we're just going to knit two together all the way across. Knit two together, knit two together. All the way across. And then we can cast off, sew this off and get on the trimmings. There we go. That is our base done. Give yourself enough tail to sew up. You can always chop it off later. Pardon for my little, yes, that is a thing. Flying crochet hooks and this. Pardon for my little yarn stash there. Nothing ever stays on my table for long. It ends up on the floor. Right, you're just going to take these stitches off. You notice I just cast them off purlwise onto a sewing needle that I have threaded. Thread that through. And let's get this sewn up. If you don't want to decorate this and you just want to make it a, I don't know, a South Park hat, that's absolutely fine. Your creation, your way. But again, I am going to crochet the trimmings because it's quicker. So I'm just going through these stitches right now like they're nothing. I'm doing a basic cast over stitch, knitting, sewing it so the stitches are all on the inside. Don't forget that thread's there, that brown thread that is loose. You can either use that for sewing up, or you can very carefully pick up the end stitches, ones that shall not be as visible, and just hide your work that way. Do a couple of stitches at the bottom to secure your work. Go up through the stitch to lock it in place. Just snip bits off. Doink. Turn this right side out. This is where you will want to get your Terry's Chocolate Orange out of the box. And throw it on the floor to go with every other piece of rubbish. You will want to check that your little hat fits your little chocolate. like so. And you have your Christmas pudding. Now that crochet hook that you just throw on the floor, you're going to need it. I recommend you bend over and pick it up. If you didn't throw it on the floor, you have not been following this tutorial clearly. Okay, so with your crochet hook, I'm using a 3mm. Pop your yarn, your slip stitch on. You're going to chain 20. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You want to make sure it's long enough to go along your hat. I do a slip stitch into the second chain from the hook. Then I do a single crochet, followed by a half double crochet, followed by a double crochet, followed by an elongated double crochet. So I've gone to do double crochet as normal, but I'm going doink, 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 pulling through the needles one at a time. Then to go back into the next stitch, you're going to do a normal double crochet, which is 2, 2. You're going to do a half double crochet, pulling in through all of them, and a single crochet, followed by a slip stitch. Would you believe? Followed by a slip stitch. Now, if you want to be clever at this point and save some of your sewing, you're just going to go into the top, pull it through, secure it, go into the next stitch and slip stitch. Into the next stitch, you're going to then do a single crochet, a half double crochet, a double crochet, elongated double crochet, so you're going pull through 1, 2, 2, normal double crochet, 2, 2, half double crochet, pulling through the lot, single crochet, slip stitch. You can now do your last stitch to secure that. Pardon me. Snip that yarn off, pull the loop through, and just stitch it on in. So I've just gone through my stitches and I'm pulling my ends through so I don't have to work them in later. And cut those little tidbits off. We don't need them now. It's secured in there. Now, it's just the berries. My phone is about to die. I am hoping I have enough just to complete this. You're going to get your red yarn. And you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to go into the first stitch. Yarn out, yarn round hook. Go into the first stitch, pull through 1. Yarn over, pull through. That's 2. Yarn over, pull through, that'll be 3. You should have 5 loops on your hook, pull all the way through, secure with a stitch, 1, 2, 3, chain for the height of your next berry. You are going into that loop right there. So yarn over, going into this loop. You guys cannot see that. I feel like a bad person. That was bright red on bright red. I am so sorry. Gonna go straight in. I'll redo that so you guys can see it. Sorry about that, guys. You should have said something. Let's just zoom in a little bit. So you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4. Go into that first stitch. I didn't realise how vibrant this was. Yarn over, going into the first stitch. Pull through 1. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, and yarn over, pull through all of them. You're going to chain 1, 2, 3. That little hole there, which you can now see that I've pointed out, yarn over, we're going to go into that little hole. Pull through 1, 3 unhook, pull through 2, 5 unhook, yarn over, pull through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on hook, yarn over, pull through 9 on hook, pull through all, chain 1, 2, 3. You're going through that hole again, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all, secure. Leave yourself off enough to stitch with. Find out where you threw, find out where you threw your sewing needle. Sew that end in. Sew this up so that the end chain is inside. You're just basically making it to form a ring. And sew that stitch around. Then you just dunk this on the top of the hat where you want your berries. If you want it more secure than what you've done it, you can always tack the other side of the berries down. Thread your yarn through the hat to hide your work. They won't see it until they've eaten the chocolate, and they won't care because the chocolate will be gone. Snip your work off. And you have your Christmas pudding. Yay. Please note, now people will not know where I hide my terries. No one's going to know. I mean, how will they know? I've got them all hidden perfectly. Apart from Santa Claus. He can, he can stand guard of them. And that, everyone, is how you hide chocolate for Christmas. Right, see you on the flip side. Have a good Christmas, and I will decide what I'm making next week.